what do you get out of it?
Is that why you came down here to ask me that?
I want to know.
Well, why would anyone want to be in the movies?
John Travolta plays a mob loan collector who takes a liking to the movie business in Get Shorty, one of the new movies we'll be reviewing this week on Siskel Ebert, and also a movie that suggests it stars Demi Moore and Melanie Griffith, but does it? And we'll also take a special look at 3 new stars, Brad Pitt, Nicole Kidman, and Sandra Bullock, and the movies that fueled their stardom. Why these roles? Why stardom now? I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune.
And I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times. Our first movie is Get Shorty, and it's based on a very funny Elmore Leonard novel about a Miami loan shark who goes to Los Angeles to collect on a mob debt and ends up in the movie business. Leonard is famous for his dialogue, and one of the best things about this movie is the way that they use a lot of it, and they don't dumb it down either. Listen to this scene. Is the Miami guy, played by John Travolta, talks to another local mafioso whose nose he broke in a fight over a leather jacket. But now Travolta's godfather is dead, and the other hood, played by Dennis Farina, explains the new reality.
Belmo is dead, which means that everything he had now belongs to Jimmy Cap, including you, which also means that when I speak for Jimmy. E.g., from now on, you start showing me the proper respect.
E.g. means, for example. What I think you want to say is
It's short for ergo.
Ask your man.
The best of my knowledge, E.g. means for example.
I love that exchange, and I also like the dialogue in Los Angeles when Travolta turns up in the middle of the night to intimidate a sleazy movie producer about his sizable casino debt.
Have we met? I don't recall.
We just did. I told you my name's Chili Palmer.
For your pictures, right? Did you ever stop to think what would happen if I had a heart attack?
Of course, that's Gene Hackman as the producer there, and what happens is they start talking, and Travolta realizes he'd rather be in the movie business than the loan shark business as he faces down another wannabe producer, a drug dealer played by Delroy Lindo.
It says here you're getting Martin Weir for the part of Lovejoy.
That's right, we're getting Martin.
Come on. How you gonna do that?
I'm going to take a gun, I'm going to put it to his head, and I'm going to say, "Sign the papers, Martin, or you're dead." That's it.
I wonder, would that work?
Now, this is one of the funniest scenes in the whole movie. Travolta has hooked up with Rene Russo as a B-movie actress, and they go to visit her ex-husband to convince him to be in their movie. He's a big star, played by Danny DeVito.
Pretend this. You're a Shylock. The guy owes you 15 grand. He skips town, he takes off. What are you doing?
Oh, Martin, for sake. Just, you know.
I'm doing Shylock instead of us Shylock.
Right.
All right, what's my motivation?
And the movie just goes on like that. It's like Pulp Fiction in that it's almost as much fun to listen to as it is to watch. The actors have a great time with their roles, with Travolta as the mob guy who thinks fast and realizes that, hey, making bad movies isn't too much different from committing any other crime. DeVito has fun playing a star with an oversized ego, and Gene Hackman, who I didn't recognize at first behind the beard and those buck teeth, makes a convincing exploitation movie maker because he sees it as a business, not a scam, and is very serious about his terrible films. Get Shorty is one of the strangest movies ever made about Hollywood and one of the funniest.
It's funny in a light, breezy way. This is, you compare it to Pulp Fiction, I think it would like to be that good. It isn't in that caliber. The dialogue sometimes seems a little bit forced clever, with some of the people knowing references that I don't think these characters might know. But it is, what I enjoyed is the story construction, because it's layered like a mosaic, and then all of a sudden, at the very end, we get the big picture.
For example, you have that scene involving, the whole series of scenes involving the stuff that's in the locker out at the airport.
Right.
And the way so many people go up to that locker and try to figure out what to do about that locker, whether to open it, whether to send somebody else.
But it hasn't been organized in a linear fashion where you're, where that's the goal.
It's a delight to see the story unfold, and once again, that's Elmore Leonard's construction, and I think they were very wise to keep so much of the book.
Good idea. Now, next move.